Everyone, I'm Rachel Rajala with Remax Allegiance, and I have with me Laura Fogarty, who is with Damsels in Defense. Hi, Laura. How are you doing?
I'm good. Hi, how are you? Thank
Very
you so
good.
much for having me.
Thank you for being on today. I'm excited to talk to you about Damsel in Defense, and I just wanted to start out telling everyone a little bit about it and what your mission is.
Okay, again, thank you for having me. I'm Laura Fogarty, and I retired from the federal government 2 years ago, and I joined Damsel in Defense about a year and a half ago. And the mission of Damsel in Defense is to equip, empower, and educate people, primarily women and their families, on how to stay safe from being a victim of crime. Basically, we want you to not be an easy target. That's our community mission, but on a global scale, we also help rescue girls from sex trafficking. We partner with a nonprofit organization called Destiny Rescue, and they're the ones that go into the brothels, into the borders, and rescue the girls. And Damsel in Defense financially supports two safe houses. One's in Cambodia and one is in India. And so when the girls are rescued, they are brought to the houses, and all of their needs are taken care of. Their psychological needs, their it's shelter, food, clothing, all of the resources that they need to get back into some type of normal lifestyle. So that is a huge project for us, and we absolutely want to have more safe houses to save more girls.
Absolutely. That's wonderful mission. And so how did you get started in all this? What's your background a little bit?
Well, I was a recreation director at the Armed Forces Retirement Home in Washington, D.C., a retirement home for veterans. And I did that for 23 years. And then 2 years, I was the safety and occupational health officer. So I really didn't have specific connections to help rescuing girls from sex trafficking and things like that.
Mhm.
But the other part of the mission is that we also help women who have been abused and battered. And I have had friends that I've known that have been in abusive relationships. So a friend of mine was already a Damsel Pro, and she talked to me about it, and I was really drawn to the mission, not only to help rescue girls, children from sex trafficking. There are boys, but primarily girls, but also to help women. And I really just wanted to give back. I wanted to find something that was fulfilling, that I really enjoyed doing, that had a purpose.
That's great. And so we had talked a little bit before, and you said you had some statistics. Does that fall into this category here?
It does. So just a couple of them. I mean, there's many, but 1 in 5 women are survivors of rape. A violent crime occurs every 26 seconds. 1 in 3 women experience domestic violence. A child is abducted every 40 seconds. 70% of sexual assaults occur before the age of 17. 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys are victims of sexual abuse. And the FBI estimates there is a sex offender for every square mile in the US. I mean, it's pretty staggering. It's not only in these other countries, but I don't want to alarm anybody. And really what we're all about is the educating. Okay, that's the really important key for people to just be aware. The other thing too that's interesting with kidnappings is 49% are family members. And let's see, let me check. 27% are acquaintances, and only 24% are strangers. So clearly, these types of situations that are happening to children, especially, are happening with people they know.
That's scary.
It is.
Honestly, like, I don't know another word for it, but yeah,
it is.
that's really alarming.
That's why the awareness is so important.
Exactly. Yes, I agree. So with Damsel in Defense, there are lots of different categories to it, I guess, but what could you tell us a little bit about some of the products and things that you do to build that awareness and protect?
Sure. So one of the things, primarily what I do right now, it's through Zoom presentations, but during non-COVID times, I come to businesses, organizations, individual homes. If people, want me to do a presentation with their family and friends, I educate them, and I have a whole presentation about situational awareness and paying attention to your surroundings, and paying attention to your intuition, and why we should pay attention to our intuition. And there's other signs besides just your gut. We all have heard, pay attention to your gut. Well, there's other physical symptoms that basically is your brain telling you that something's not right. And there's 5 levels of awareness. And I do a great informational presentation and or workshop or lunch and learn, whatever it's a lunch and learn, it's a safety presentation, a safe showing for realtors. Pretty much it's all the same information. I just tweak it for the specific group.
Okay.
So it's really important to the number one line of defense for not being an easy target is situational awareness and paying attention to your surroundings. Okay. And because if you are paying attention, chances are you can prevent yourself from being attacked because you are aware. We do have a couple of products I'm going to show you. So we have the stun gun, and a stun gun, we have a couple of different ones. This particular one is my favorite. I use this when I go run. This is a glove. I'm going to move over here. This is a glove that goes on your hands, and you can use this for walking or running. Excuse me. It has a Velcro piece here. So this is an actual stun device, but you also can put a pepper spray, or we have and I'll go over a striking tool in a minute, but you can put a striking tool in there as well. I love the pepper spray. I'm sorry. I love the stun gun because the stun gun, first of all, has a flashlight, and I'm going to take it out of the glove so you can actually see what it looks like. I'm going to go sideways. It's the opposite. So our stun guns have flashlights, and I'm going to make the sound. So if you guys are sleeping out there, you'll wake up real quick. It's very intimidating. The other thing with one of our pepper sprays and also the stun devices is that this is a safety wristlet. If somebody came and grabbed it, they could not use it on you. A really nice feature.
So you have to have it on your wrist?
As long as you have your wristlet on you, they cannot, whoops, I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine. Whoops. That is cool.
So this is really cool. Yes. So if they grabbed it from you, it disengages. It doesn't work. The flashlight will work, but the stun will not work.
You can flash it.
The reason why I really love the stun device is because this can deter. So say you're walking out of the mall or at the grocery store, and you sense something's not right. You either start sweating or whatever the symptoms are. You feel something's not right. First of all, pay attention to your intuition. You may not know where that person is lurking. They could be hiding behind a column in the garage, in the parking garage, or around the car. You don't know where they are, but you sense something's wrong. All you have to do is put your flashlight on. You're number one, basically saying, I'm aware. And when you make that sound and you say, I know you're there, or, you could be scared to death, but you're going to say in an assertive voice, I know you're there, or leave me alone, or I have protection. Like I said at the beginning, the most important thing that we are trying to teach, especially women, is to be empowered to protect themselves. Okay. So you have a stun device. A pepper spray is really good. But if it's windy, and you're outside, you don't want to use a pepper spray because that could come back into you. But it is a lot of people do like them. So it's just a personal preference. I carry this in the glove when I run every day. And then there's a larger stun device that has a really nice ergonomically sound grip, and it's larger and it's good for women who carry purses. I mean, I have both of these. I have one in my purse, and then I have one when I walk or run.
But that's great because you have it right there. That's my thing. I'm always like, well, by the time you dig for whatever you
right, right. Well, and when I go to, believe it or not, when I go to the grocery store, I also have this on me. I mean, I have this because it's a glove. I don't have to carry it like this because it's in a glove. It's on my hand, and I go to the grocery store like this. So we also really quick. This is one of our protected pepper sprays. And this also will go into the glove. But this particular pepper spray, I'm trying to get it out of there.
Yeah.
This particular pepper spray is a pepper spray with Shield technology. And what this is a GPS tracking system. So you don't even have to press the pepper spray. Basically, you download on your phone. Okay. You download the program, and you can put up to 5 emergency contacts in there, and you basically create a message. You know, this is mom, I need help, or whatever you want. That as soon as so right here, let me see. So you see up here is the pepper spray, and then right here is a button.
Yes.
And you just, if you were like, even if you were not attacked, say you were lost, you know, or you felt, like I said, you felt uncomfortable, something's not right, and you needed some help, you could press that, and that automatically goes to your 5 emergency contacts. They call the police. We can't have 911 as one of our emergency contacts, but this is a GPS tracker. And once you press that, a map comes up of where you are actually. So God forbid you are kidnapped, or like college students, you know, a lot of kids are, I mean, there are some that are doing virtual, but there are a lot of kids that are going back to campus. And these are selling like hotcakes right now because it's a really good product. This also has the safety wristlet. So if it is pulled, it won't work. So it does have the pepper spray, and it does have the Shield technology. So a really good product. And the next product, really quick, because this, I love this. This is a Kubotan, and this is a striking tool. And it doesn't feel like much, but it breaks muscle tissue. So like if you were attacked, again, you have to find the right tool for the right person. A very shy, timid woman is not going to have the empowerment,
right,
you know, or the strength to do that. But it's really good to have. I love these because these could go anywhere. Like I have one on my keychain. I also have one at on my door jamb. You know, and I have a property in Florida, and my door jambs are lower. But here I have a picture next to my door, and I have this on the top of the picture frame. And God forbid somebody opened your door, and, you know, like I have a screen door and I have a regular door. And so, you know, God forbid you open the door and this person was like pushing his way in your house, you can grab something and just jab them, and they're going to go. You want to surprise them. They're not going to expect you to have something, whether you're at home or anywhere else. And I also have an 11-month-old grandson, and I have my daughter have one of these under the car seat. You know, say you're a mom and you're putting your child in the car seat. You're so vulnerable, right? You're bending over, and God forbid somebody grabs you. You can grab this, and, you know, depending on what direction, or just have one in your trunk or in the car seat, in the back seat, you know, wherever you load your groceries, or if you're coming from the either the supermarket or the mall. These are really great. They're very cheap. It's just a really good product to have. So there's lots of different products, but, you know, it's just finding the right product for you to make you feel comfortable that you can protect yourself.
Sure. That's great. And that's So everybody can check out some more products. Is this at damselindefense.net? Safety first, 1, 2, 3.
Yes, that's my website. And
Okay.
I did, if they clicked on that, they will see your name as an event, and they can click on that and feel free to place an order. If anybody does have any questions, my phone number, I'll give you my phone number. It's 703-346-6045.
Okay.
And can I give them my email as well?
Sure.
It's Fogarty, Fogarty, LR as in Robert, LRF. I'm sorry, LR. Oh gosh, I just went blank. FogartyLR@gmail.com.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
But if I did have a few minutes, I did want to talk about the Safe Hearts program real quick.
Yes, yes.
So the Safe Hearts program is basically a program. It's called Sharing Awareness for Family Empowerment.
Okay.
And the owner of the company, who was a child product of a sexual assault, really felt very strongly about wanting to help children. And this program is an opportunity for parents, well, not just parents, but for adults to talk to their children about protecting their hearts and their bodies from tricky people and tricky situations. So as I mentioned earlier, it's not the strangers that are approaching your children. It's people they know.
Mm-hmm.
The program consists of books and a family game. And the books range for children from toddler to 12 years of age. Now, depending on your children, you may have a very mature 12-year-old or a very immature 12-year-old. So you be the judge. But the topics of the books, first of all, there's a proactive parent guide. And this is 41 pages, easy read. The topics, I'm just going to mention a couple. Let me just get here. I'm going to mention a couple of the topics so you have an idea. They talk about why we're having these conversations, role playing, what you may feel as a parent, what is abuse and what are the effects of it. The fork in the road, what do we do now? It's basically intended to empower women, parents, but to empower parents to have these conversations. We call them kidversations, fun kidversations with their kids. Because a lot of parents want to address this with their children, but they don't know how. So it's an easy read, and the storybooks range from topics from saying no to firearms, pornography. A preteen is on the computer and all of a sudden pornography comes on. What do you do? Grooming. There's a story about a boy going into the bath. Now, I'm a mom of a son that's now 31, but I remember very clearly when he was about 8 or 9 years old, when he wanted to go into the public restroom, into the men's room instead of the ladies' room. And there's a story about that because public restrooms are the #1 place where boys are approached. So there's a story about a coach. Again, who's gone too far. These stories are very relevant. They're people that your children and you as parents trust. And so they're very relevant. There are these heart defender characters, and the heart defender characters, 4 of them, and they range from 4 to 12 years of age, and they represent different things like being courageous and having strength and all these positive things that you want your children to hear. And in the stories, when there's an issue that comes up, there's a heart signal that's sent to their headquarters. And one of the heart defender characters comes into the story and helps to teach the child to get through that, and talk to their parents and all that. So it's a wonderful program for parents who are ready to have those fun kidversations with their children.
Right, right. And that's called Safe Heart. That's the
Yeah,
program.
Safe Heart. Yes.
That's wonderful. Yes, because that's of course, those are always hard conversations to have, especially if
It
you're
is.
still
It
that.
is. It really is. And that's why the parents guide is there. And I tell parents, some parents will be ready to read it, will be ready to talk to their children after one time. And some, they could read the book 10 times and they may not be ready for a year, but at least they're being proactive in moving forward.
Absolutely.
As well as with themselves. I mean, that's how I feel when I speak to women. You know, I'm planting the seed, start thinking about it. And I'm really pleased at how many Zoom presentations that I've been able to do between March and now. So it's exciting.
Yeah, and you could probably actually get more in because you're not running around to all these places.
That's right. Tell you, the only disadvantage is that I can't put the products in your hand for you to feel, but the education is there, the empowerment is there. So that gives me satisfaction. One quick story, if I may. Last November, I spoke to 30 women attorneys in Washington, D.C. And I did the presentation in person. And, there's some people are interested and some are not, but this was a law firm that basically did a lunch and learn, and they paid for this very nice catered meal. And so everybody had to go, whether they wanted to or not. And, you can tell which people are interested in and who's not.
Mm-hmm.
So after the presentation, of the 30 people, there were probably 5 that came up and spoke to me and placed orders and was ready to go. I did a drawing for a pepper spray. And one of the women, she was about 35 years old. And the attorneys ranged from probably 35 to 65.
Okay.
So this woman won the pepper spray. And like I said, she really wasn't engaged with the whole thing. She was just kind of like, yeah, I'm here because I have to, right? So the next day, the lady who coordinated it with me said, I have to tell you 2 things. She said, first of all, none of the women got anything done because they talked the whole afternoon about situational awareness and what they are doing that they need to correct, how they can be better, how they can take care of themselves better and be more aware. And then she said, I have to tell you that the woman that won the pepper spray, every morning at 5:45 in the morning, she walks to the gym. She lives in Arlington and she walked to the gym. That particular morning, she was approached and had her pepper spray and was able to protect herself.
Wow. That's amazing.
So, it gave me chills because, like I said, I was thrilled, number one, that she had it with her.
Sure.
That she didn't take it home and just throw it on her dresser.
Right.
But she obviously felt, well, I got this, so
nice.
let me use it. And that prevented her from being a victim.
That's wonderful.
So.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you coming on, and I had no idea. I mean, Damsel in Defense, your mission is huge.
Yes, it is. We are trying to do the best we can with educating, equipping, and empowering women. Really, that's really what and families.
Mm-hmm.
The men as well. But it's real. We really are honing in on women because we are most vulnerable.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And thanks for sharing this great information. And if anybody wants to get in touch with Laura, can do so. You can check out the products on this website shown here. And you can also get in touch with her.
Oh, I noticed. Oh, wait a second. I noticed the website's not correct and my name is spelled wrong.
Well, that's no good.
Yeah.
The website.
It's my Damsel Pro. Sorry.
Oh, mydamselpro.net.
Mydamselpro.net.
No, that's unfortunate. There we go. And then safety first, 1, 2, 3.
Yes, mydamselpro.net/safety first 1, 2, 3. And then my name and my email.
Is your name not spelled right on your little tag here?
It is on the tag, but
okay,
not on the email. I think you just popped another R in there.
Kinda.
FOG. You have one.
I'm trying to edit the thing. There we go. Yep, FOG.
FOG. Oh wait, wait a minute. Let me FOGARTY I'm sorry.
LR8. Okay.
I'm sorry.
We'll get it between the two of us.
I'm sorry. I've had several email changes.
There we go.
That's great. I'm so sorry.
Yes. It's no, sorry about that.
Got the phone number right.
356-6045 if you want to get in touch with Laura.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Laura.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
You too. It was very nice meeting you.
Thank you. You too. Appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. I'd like to talk soon.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye.